Hi everyone and welcome back. This is the last tutorial in the series of 3 waterfall albums, and this is the products that we're going to use. Heartfelt creation. This is a very nice die. It's nice and big. This is what I like about that, and I can show you. That is what you do get in this die, and then that is the information if you want to look it up. This is still available. Okay, and that corner there is the other number. We're also going to use a Gina K Heart Blooms. This is a stamp. This is also still available, and that is what it looks like when you finished with it. So all I did, I hope the camera's gonna focus. So all I did is I colored it in. I'm using color pencils that is very close to the color of the pages. You can see, and I also did the leaves very light, because the green that I've got here and the green that I've got in here is not the same, but so that you can see it is a leaf. Then I've got a few of these ones left from a previous project that I did. I might use them. They are also, that's all I've got left. They are the same color as what the paper pack is. And then I've got a few leaves here that I've got left also from a previous project that I will use. And that is it. That's not a lot of the flowers, but this is the collectibles that we will definitely use, and there is quite a lot in the collectibles that we can use in our book. And then of course we are going to use paper clips. We are going to cover our paper clips. So that is all. And then this is the paper pack. So the paper pack, let me show you. It's called Lilac Mist from Kaiasercraft. 12 by 12 in this paper pack. And then we also going to use our black paper for our pages. It is a 250 GSM. I've got quite a lot of this, so that's why I'm using it. You don't have to. You don't have to use that high amount of GSM. You can use less. But this is very nice, and yes, like I said, I do like it. I've got the white as well. We are going to use the white in this paper pack. Then what I've done is I've done the chipboard already. So it's 8 by 8 with a spine of 2 inches by 8. And I've put the pages in as well. So it's just to make it easier. In the previous tutorial, there are step by step how I do the chipboards and how I cover it. It's exactly the same that I've done with this one. And the paper, the pages that we're gonna do, it is 6.5. No, sorry, I lied. That is 7.5 by 8, and then you score on the 8th side, you score ½ an inch, and then that is what you put it in your book. And we just butt it up, and this one is just gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, because I'm planning to have a very nice big waterfall on this side. So I need a little bit of space to do that. And that is the book. Let's dig into the pages and let me show you what it looks like. This one is called Bouquet. We've got 2 of them. And this is the other side. this two, and this is the other side. It's called Dream. Very beautiful. Violet, and then Kaiasercraft normally put their sentiments at the bottom. Blossom, blossoms, Posy. This is a very nice soft minty green. Flutter. Now you do get two of that. I've probably got it stuck in. And then this is our sticker sheet with the alphabet and the numbers that I can incorporate. This is just plain purple. It is on this side. That is what it is. This is what I had in my stash for a very long time, and it's time now to use it. It fits in beautiful with the paper pack. Right, and let's decide which one is going to go on our first page. Well, I keep on saying first page, it's not. On our chipboard. What are we going to use for this? Now, I am going to see if that's going to fit nicely. So the flowers is on this side. Normally I will have it on the left hand side, but for a change it's on this side. I do like this one as well, but this is beautiful. This is very nice, and that's the background. I was thinking having this. Let me just open the book. It's going to be easier and you can see better. I was thinking of having this. Now, sorry for that. This won't fit all in completely. Okay, so it's going to cut it off. Doesn't matter how you're going to do this page. Even if you put it inside, you are going to cut off. So I'm just going to decide how and where I'm going to cut off. If I put that in, so it's completely the picture, I'm going to cut off over here. I'm going to move it up a little bit so I can cut some of the flowers off. Then I'm having a little bit more of the feathers that's coming down. So this is what you're going to have to decide. And what I'll do, I'm going to put this one away, and this is what I'm going to use for my front page. And then when I get to for the front of the album on the chipboard, so when I get to it, I can decide, you know, how I want it. Let's just go back to this one and have a look. This one, you will get the whole thing in, and it also looks very nice. This is going to go away, far away, so I don't cut into it. And let's see what we're going to do on our first page inside the album. Now, this is how I do my pages. This is going to be my first page is here, and this is the second one, the third one, the fourth, and so on. It's just when you read a book, this is your first one on this side. Now, what I want to do on this side, let me show you. Just going to put the book away, and let's go through and see which paper we will use. I think I'm gonna go for this one, and then this one on the opposite side. Let's bring our book back, and this is what I normally do. I just want to put my papers, so let's fold it over. That is that side, and on the other side, so they are fit in very nice. This is these two pages, these two. I was thinking that one and what is, I need to have something plain. What's on the other side? Let's do the butterflies. Let's see. Okay, not this one, not this side. Turn the side and the butterflies. That's these two pages. This side, I can have that. And I want a solid color. I think that is those two on that page, these two pages. We can have this one. Is that too busy? We'll see. I don't think so. And these two together. I'm just going to put one solid page in just to see if that is going to work for me. Now, right, let's just turn it all over, and that is my selection. And then let's take it out. Now I've got that one and this one left with some of the solid, and let's see, that one and that one is going to be our first two pages we will work with. What I'll do, I'll measure on this one. So to measure what you would like for your page to cover your whole page, I'm going to grab this one and let's see. I'm not going to do the bottom here. I will cut that off. So all I would like to have is 1/8 of an inch of the black showing. You can have it a little bit more if you want to, but 1/8 of an inch, so it's about that. Let me measure. Yes, 1/8 of an inch to show all around. Let me cut this one down and then I can give you the measurements for that is. I've got mine two down, so let me tell you, your first page or your second page, your pattern paper, you're going to cut down from 7 5/8 by 7 1/4, and then that will fit onto our page very nice. This one, it's going to be just a little bit bigger. We're just going to have it 7 7/8 by 7 1/4, this one. So because this is a little bit bigger that way, so that way it is 7 7/8, where this one is 7 5/8 that way, and then up or down it is 7 1/4 and 7 1/4. So when we put it in that way, it all looks the same, but it's just a little bit longer. You with me? So all the decorative pages we are going to cut for this album in these pages is going to be 7 5/8 by 7 1/4. We're going to put this one away, and then we're going to work on this page. Let me show you what we're going to do in the next step. So that's going to be our pattern paper, the pattern paper for the first page. This is the page that's on the chipboard side. That is what we've cut down. The next one that you're going to cut, it is a piece of black cardstock or black paper, and that's 8 1/2 by 7 1/4. On the 8 1/2 side, you're going to score at the 1/2 inch, and then one notch on that is 1/8 inch, so that you've got 2 score lines. Fold and burnish it very well, and that's going to hook onto our page. So you should cover the whole page like that. Then we're working on the front here. We're going to work on the front. So let's put our pattern paper just to the side for now. This is what I've cut down. I've used my solid purple cardstock. Alright, this is what you need to cut down. So it's 7 by 7 3/4, and that fits on your black paper. You just should have a little bit of a black showing all around. For the inside, we will use it for a pocket. Now let's just hold that, and we are going to, you can tape or you can glue, whatever you feel like you want to do. I will use a little bit of tape and a little bit of glue together. My glue that I'm going to use for this project, it is this 450 quick dry adhesive, and of course the score tape. I think this is the 3/8. I'm not sure. Yes, this is the 3/8 size that we will use. Now if you use score tape, like a picture frame all around, in the middle, fill in with glue, and then you can plant that straight away. Now let me show you. So you need to cut a piece of black cardstock, 6 3/8 by 4 3/4. 6 3/8 by 4 3/4. That is going to go down. Your white piece you're going to cut, it is 6 1/4 by 4 1/2. 6 1/4, 4 1/2, and we will mount these two. So you just have a small black border around it. So you can glue, tape this, and we're going to put it towards the bottom of our page. So let's do the white first. The white you can glue or you can tape it onto the black. Let's do that first. I'm just going to use glue, and just make sure that you've got the glue all around. My glue is strong on the side, that side. Just a little bit more. Corners, corners. Okay. I just picked that up. Now, I am going to ooze out on this side, so I'm just going to use my finger. And let's turn it. Bring that in and see if you can put it in the middle with your black border showing all around. And if you've got glue that is seeping out, just clean it. I think I am okay. Now let's press it down. Yes, and I'm just going to clean the glue that I seep out. Okay, I've cleaned all my glue that was out on the sides, and this side is still coming out. Right, now why do I want this a little bit to the bottom? That we can make a pocket. So we're just going to make a pocket. So we're going to glue on the side, the bottom, and then on that side just a line of glue, and then we can put it in. I'm just going to hold mine, turn it around. I'm just going to take that away and try and just do a line of glue. I normally use my art glitter glue for this, but it still doesn't want to come out. It's still a little bit too cold. Right, let's bring our page, and if you can, try and keep the white clean. Yes, I know it is not an easy task. Now I've got mine a little bit to this side because I'm planning to do something on this side. I want to put some collectibles, and that's why I've got it a little bit to my score line. Okay, now let's do this. And over there and on the side. I'm very lucky with this glue. I can clean it up immediately, and you won't even see or notice that there was glue coming out. But I just wish one day I can get the right amount of glue. Let's test our pocket. This is the cutoff, and it's a nice deep pocket. Now let's put some collectibles or some of the flowers I made. Let's just bring this over. And let's have a look and see. Just gonna go into the flowers that I've made. Now these flowers I made, it's really very easy. And it can be a nice tuck spot as well. Let's turn it that way. Tucked it a bit more in. Or we can just have the one flower. And let's see what is in the collectibles. Now let me show you what I've done. I've used the little flower that I cut off from this one. I also use a leaf in my stash. And then one of the sentiments, Dream Big, and I just flagged it and I cut it shorter, and that is that I cut off. And yeah, so that fits in very nice. So our first page, the top of our first page is finished. And now I'm just going to wait till that gets dry, but we can turn it over, and we are going to use our cutoff from our page. And this is a cutoff when we did our paper, and that's going to come in very handy. I'm just going to have to trim that down, and then I do have a piece of from the cardstock that I cut down, and we can use that on top here. So this is a nice pocket, and then this piece we just need to cut down to size. So I'm just going to do it the same as this one. I'm just going to measure it up, and I'm going to make my pencil mark because they should be even. They should be the same, I should say, when we cut that down. Pencil mark. Now you can put this in your trimmer. I'm just going to use my scissors. And let's see if we put that down there. And that should be, we should be fit. Right, we should fit nicely away from our score lines. And then this one we're going to cut to fit onto our pocket. It's getting very dark at the moment. It's overcast and it looks like it's going to rain, so it doesn't seems like I'm going to get good light anymore. What I'll do is I'll just finish up this page, and then I will carry on with the tutorial when I do have better light. And let's cut this one. So the measurements, let me give you the measurements for this. This piece is the off-cut piece that is 4 3/4 by 7. That is 7 7/8. Seven and 7/8 is that one. Our black piece, it is should be the same, 7 7/8, and the width is 3¼ Now we're going to cut this one down so we can have just a little bit black showing all around. So you know me, I'm just going to eyeball, make my pencil mark, and I'm going to take it to my trimmer. So let me show you what I've done. I've just put my black cardstock onto, no, the purple onto the black cardstock. That's going to come in on this side, and then on this one I found that sentiment in with the collectibles. I put it on a piece of white and then a black as well, and that I'm going to put on the side here, so it's going to be a nice tuck spot as well. Let's put that one in on the page. So it's just, I just want to see, yes, it's going to fit. I've got a pencil mark and I'm just going to rub it out. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this one. That's all good. We're just going to use glue for it. So I've glued that one and it's in, and it's really nice and staying away from the score lines. I'm just oozing out some glue again. I'm just gonna burnish it here on the side. That's very close to the score line. That's good. As long as we can use that score line, yes, I can. Now I've got it all done. I glue it up. And let's test our tuck spot. Nice and tight tuck spot. Just, yep. And this is the front. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this one on first. And just make sure you are away from that score line, and then we're gonna put tape. I've got my tape here, and yes, this one will fit on the flap, and I'm just gonna do it onto the edge of my flap, and then I know I'm away from my score line as well. I need my bone folder that cuts my tape as well. I don't know if this one is going to do it. Oh yeah, it did. This is just a circuit. It's very nice. I use them for bone folders. It's probably not what they've been made for, because I don't have a circuit. Okay, so I'm just gonna go on to hold my score line open, and if you want to use clips to do this stage, you can do that. And I'm just gonna lift. I've got it in position. Just gonna make sure side to side, and I'm gonna bring it down. And that is in. Now we can use we can work on this side of our page.